know what the hell is wrong with Democrats. Listen, here's the bottom line, guys. Joe Biden's going to be your nominee. Stop talking about how old he is. And Kamala Harris is going to be your vice president. So stop fretting, stop wringing your hands, and get behind your ticket, because on the other side, the alternative is Donald Trump or Ron DeSantis. Yeah. So you tell me what you prefer. Listen, you know what they're doing? They're playing right into the hands of Fox News.
Kamala Harris still hasn't realized she doesn't have what it takes to be president or vice president or anything else that involves leadership.
But Kamala, yeah, she's terrible. Joe Biden, terrible.
We have a vice president who's utterly incapable of ever becoming president, and that's worrisome.
Unfortunately, tonight, Biden and Harris continue to embarrass the whole country on the world stage, projecting weakness, doubling down on their failed far-left policies, and, as usual, a never-ending stream of bizarre blunders by both of them.
To the cackling nincompoop who is a heartbeat away from the presidency, the comprehensively incapable Kamala Harris.
And that little girl was me.
Fox News every single day goes after Kamala Harris, trying to portray her as inept and some kind of bumbling fool. She's not.
Hello, everybody. You can clap. It's okay.
They still didn't clap.
I just want to correct the record, though. The only reason they didn't clap is it was 1 in the afternoon and they didn't want to wake up Biden.
It was his nap time.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Whoa! The one purpose she serves is as an insurance policy to make sure that Joe Biden stays there.
Her wretched performance this week has cemented her place as the worst vice president in U.S. history.
Meanwhile, the latest Fox News polling finds the vice president's job approval is at a dismal 39%.
In the end, Ms. Harris has a communication problem. She has an authenticity problem. She has a likability problem. And more importantly, she is failing on performance.
She's not.
Yeah.
Very difficult to pull off the rambling incompetence and the cackling.
Hello, America.
And said, we're not paying them nearly enough.
And that little girl was me.
She makes an embarrassment of herself whenever she gets on the world stage.
Oh. I mean, the intonation, the way she speaks. I mean, she's not a serious vice president. She wasn't a serious candidate. She flops in the public eye.
Doesn't matter if you are a candidate that is impaired. Joe Biden, Fetterman, Kamala.
You know what? We should just start running impaired people.
Whoa! And she should not be allowed out of the United States if she's going to be an embarrassment to this country.
She's not.
She wasn't chosen because she could step right in and do the job if, God forbid, something happened.
That's not who she is. And so Democrats have got to come out and reinforce Kamala. They've got to stop playing into the hands of these people who cannot stand that she is the first woman of color vice president, and don't want her to succeed.
This critique has nothing to do with race or gender, because I would say the same thing about the old white guy that happens to be her boss on the same issue.
Surprised that there's concern. I think it has a lot to do with this. She's a black woman. Black women get everything done. We've saved this country's democracy.
She's obviously amazing, but what specifically?
But, well,
like, no, I mean,
where shall I start? I mean, she was in the Senate, of course.
But no, I mean, as vice president, of course,
she's president. The Inflation Reduction Act. I mean, she was the face of Roe v. Wade. I mean, the list goes on and on. I'd like to ask you, what did Pence do?
And this But Obama defense, you know, doesn't work for me. That's
no, I mean, as vice president, of course,
she's president. The Inflation Reduction Act. I mean, she was the face of Roe v. Wade. I mean, the list goes on and on. I'd like to ask you, what did Pence do?
So this whole, but Obama did it, but Obama did it. I don't care what Obama did. I don't care what Trump is doing right here, right now.
And this is not a comparison game, and that's not the reason I brought it up, because I hate that. I hate the whataboutisms of like, well, then this happened.
Good. On and on. I'd like to ask you, what did Pence do?
When he's criticized, his intuitive reaction seems to be,
to point the finger somewhere else. And it goes on and on. I'd like to ask you, what did Pence do to point the finger somewhere else? And what did Pence do except put his lips firmly on the butt of Donald Trump? Right? So when our kids do something wrong, they say, well, Bobby did it too. I'm like, is Bobby's last name Hostin? No, I don't care what Bobby did. And so I think we need to call him on it and say, you know, you're the president now. You do the right thing. What did Pence do? What did Pence do except put his lips firmly on the butt of Donald Trump? I mean, when Pence finds the cojones to do something, then I think we can talk about a vice presidential.
It does feel a little like.
These people are gerrymandered into their positions so that the voting doesn't count in Marjorie Taylor Greene's district.
Which is shameful, and that's why I think Democrats needed to concentrate very much so on voting rights and the gerrymandering. And they weren't concentrating on it enough.
All you guys who are voting for Marjorie Taylor Greene, you know, she's not helping you. She's not helping your district.
Do you know where I am right now? Maxine Waters' $6 million mansion. Do you know where I'm not right now? Maxine Waters' district. Yep, that's right. Maxine does not live in her district, but I do.
You know, she's not helping you. She's not helping your district.
Maxine Waters does not drink our water. She does not breathe our air. And while she sits here in her mansion, our district is in ruins.
All you guys who are voting for Marjorie Taylor Greene, you know, she's not helping you. She's not helping your district.
Maxine Waters has been in office for 44 years. Has anything got better around here? I can tell you firsthand that it hasn't. I survived a drive-by shooting in this house when I was a child. Gangs, drugs, violence, that was my upbringing. And where was Maxine Waters? Nowhere to be found.
Voting for Marjorie Taylor Greene, you know, she's not helping you. She's not helping your district.
And why doesn't Maxine Waters want to live in her own district? Because she doesn't want to suffer the consequences of her own policies. South Los Angeles has been represented by Maxine Waters for 44 years. What has she done for this district? Just this year, deadly crime spiked 15% in South LA, much of it due to gang activity. The homicide rate in South LA has shot up by 53%. South LA has the highest poverty rate in the city, with a crippling 43% of its residents living below the poverty line.
She's not helping your district.
Meanwhile, in LA County has a homeless population of over 40,000 people. Homelessness rates has increased by 264% since 2009.
You have the power to do that. You can change what this woman is doing.
LA is in the top 10 least safest cities in America to raise a family. Look at this. This is the reality for children every day in Maxine Waters' district. Maxine doesn't care about our district. She only cares about herself and using our tax dollars to buy mansions. When Maxine fails to lead, riots and violence surge in our streets, while our buildings and businesses burn. Maxine sits safe in her mansion, guarded by the same police she demonizes.
She's not helping your district. It's time to make the adjustment. You have the power to do that. You can change what this woman is doing.
I am your voice.
Whoa.